Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I know it's been a long time since I've actually uploaded the video. I did some recordings with David, one of my clients, yesterday. I'm going to kind of work on those and upload them, but got a response from a lady to one of my videos, and I'll give you the title. And I'm going to do a remake of it because it really wasn't as good as it could have been. And the title is The Biggest Mistake Married Men Make, Dating Relationship Advice for Women. Actually, that's going to be the title for this one. That one's just The Biggest Mistake Married Men Can Make, Relationship and Dating Coach. So let me expand this out. So actually, let me do this. Okay, so I've got her up here right now. She just responded to me right now, about 2 minutes ago, and it's a whole reason. And I just want to say hello to True, and I'm making this video because of your response. So she watched that video and she said it made me cry. I couldn't figure out how I could be married and so alone. And I responded, and as she responded back, she said, "Thank you, and what do you have for men so that they will get it?" So, okay, I'm going to answer that question second. So let's do this first. Okay, hold on. Let me get this set up right. All right, so the biggest mistake that married men make in relationships is that women need something called emotional fulfillment. Now, ladies, you're thinking like, well, of course, doesn't everyone? Yes and no. Men don't even know what that is. And you're thinking, I'm a little stuffy right now. I actually think it's because I actually had just a tiny bit of French wine. I think I'm allergic to it, believe it or not. I'm from Napa Valley, so it's probably because, it's saying, hey, get the hell out. So, anyways, there's something called emotional fulfillment, and if I could literally pick one phrase and say, and people are like, well, Mike, what is your course about? It's about love, and the real word or phrase is, and this is that one phrase, is emotional fulfillment. There is an emptiness that's going on with women in relationships, and men are completely oblivious to. They have no clue at all. And women yell, and they get mad, and they sit down and talk. They take you to therapy, and they do everything in their power for years to get you to understand this meaningful way of communicating and connecting. And the thing about it that, I'm not going to go too in detail because this will be way too long. What I am going to do, especially since it's Black Friday, for both men and women's books, the ebooks, all of the books, 2 for women, and then men have, I think, 4 books, and there's 2 packages, a combination. You can call me and all that stuff. Some of them are already on sale, but I'm doing a Black Friday sale starting right now today, and the code, when you go to the add to cart and all that, there'll be a little discount box or area, and it's Black Friday, one word, Black Friday. Okay, you get 50% off of anything and everything you buy. Again, it's the PDF books. Okay, so the reason why I mention that is, to be quite honest with you, I wrote 2 books for women in the last, I think, 12 to 13 months approximately. So it was about a year ago, and one of them is called Why Men Just Don't Get It. A lot of women laugh, they think it's funny, but they're not laughing at men. They're laughing because they're like, that is so true. And the challenge is, men really think they get it. They work hard and they buy you things, and they light the candle and they pull out the chair. Guys, that's not emotional fulfillment. That will never, ever, ever give a woman emotional fulfillment. So over the last 25 plus years, I've been doing this for over a quarter of a century. I've talked to so many women and worked with so many women, and there's this emptiness that's going on inside them. It's because the way her physical body is built, and because of the way her neurology is wired. And again, I go deep into that in the course. And for men, the book for you is Crack the Female Code. Get that book. It is the lowest price right now that's ever going to be. Okay. And it's only lasts till, I think the sales for like 5 days or something like that. So there's this emotionally empty feeling. Women literally let me reread what she just said, and that will really bring this all. She says, she watched my video and said, made me cry. I couldn't figure out how I could be married and feel so alone. Again, sorry, I got little snuffles. I'm not sure why. We've had a lot of smoke. I'm in Northern California. We've had horrible fires, and it's just now finally getting better. So she's talking about how I was in a relationship, and now she's not the only one that said this though. I can't think of a woman that hasn't been married more than 2 years or 5 years. That's not saying the same thing. Going, what gives? Why? What's the deal? I just talked to another woman on the phone recently, yesterday, and I think she said she was 43, and she said, I just thought I kept meeting the wrong guys, and I just married the wrong man. Now she's in her second marriage. They have a kid together, and she's like, he's doing the same thing. I don't understand. Well, we're wired differently. We are neurologically and physically built differently, so we experience the world differently. And that's a challenge for most humans to understand. Now, I learned it through NLP. Really long, 5-week long, 3-week long trainings, 2-week long trainings. And they really get the message across. And again, in the course, I get you to understand that. But the book, Crack the Female Code, should get it across for men. And the book, Why Men Just Don't Get It for Women, I think you're going to start realizing we are neurologically wired differently. I'll give you one example. Our mating system, it's in the lower reptilian brain. So you got the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. Then on the brain stem, that's called the reptilian center, the reticulating activating system. It's basically your instinctual, I call it the caveman brain, okay? It's instinctual. It's about smelling and noticing the slightest sound over there and being aware. So our mating systems are there. Our mating systems are very instinctual. They're not logical at all, okay? And that's where a lot of this psychology and all these love and relationship experts, they're completely missing it. They're trying to give you logical left brain rules and here's how you should have a relationship. Sorry, your mating system is connected to your right brain's communication processor for women. Now the right brain is the emotional processor. So you've got a bundle of emotions combined and neurologically connected to your mating system, which is your animalistic instinctual system. There's no logic going on there at all. Rules, here's how you should treat a woman. I mean, yeah, open the door, be nice, pull out the chair, all that's good. That's really good. But that will never make a woman feel fully satisfied and complete, connected, and feeling like she really is loved. That is what my course is about. So the male mating system is connected to his optic nerves, which connects to his eyes. So when a man approaches a woman, he's going to do it in the male way because that's the way he's wired. He assumes, well, so is she. No, she's not. That's why a lot of guys think he needs to look good. I got to get my hair cut. I got to have my shirt pressed. I got to be perfect. I got to look good. I got to wax my car. Got to get chrome rims. And all these visual things. No, the male mating system is visual because, as I've said in a lot of videos, the baby is going to be inside the woman's womb, not inside the man. The man doesn't get pregnant. Mother Nature wanted him to look at your body just to make sure that you're healthy. That's why guys have all kinds of different types. Some guys like big women, some guys like petite women, some guys like big butts, some guys like smaller butts, some guys like thicker women, tall. I mean, there's a whole range. It's not necessarily what you look like. It's more, yeah, we are visual, yes, but it's more because we want to make sure your body's healthy. Your hair's not falling out, you don't got cancer, your fingernails aren't yellow and you're on the verge of death, because that's not a good place for a baby to be in if it's going to be born. You need a healthy environment. And that's why Mother Nature made men visual. It actually has a higher purpose. It's for the baby's health. Women are right brain. Her mating system is connected to her right brain. And it's all about communication for her, because a man that can figure out how to open up to his right brain has a broader range of communication, and he's the guy that's going to get more likely get ahead in life because he's more valuable, because he can communicate with these people and these people and these and these and these, and he has a broader range of communication. That's the guy that's going to get the tribe, the business, the grocery store, the military to work together. You got all these different people that communicate in what's called sub-languages, and this guy has figured it out, or at least a broader range of it. Those are the guys that are needed in more bigger picture abstract positions. Okay, so I don't want to go any more on that. So that's why our mating systems are the way we are. So when a man learns how to communicate better, meaning the right brain language, which gives her emotional fulfillment, mental stimulation, emotional fulfillment, her mating system gets triggered, bam, she has to have them. And when she does have them, it melts her heart and it makes her feel content. And that is what this course is about. That's probably the best way that I could explain in a quick video what my course is about. So to answer your question, the second question, which I already did, what do you do for men, or how do you help them? So let me answer this way. The whole idea of the course is to benefit women. Sure, he gets a lot of benefit out. He gets a lot of love. He gets a lot of sex. He gets all that good stuff, and now he's finally on the same page, going, "Wow, I actually understand her now." A lot of guys don't, not a lot, men don't understand women. We are on totally different page. We're in our left brain, and when you switch over to your right brain, he's still processing here. You're saying A, and then he takes those words over to his left brain. He processes it through his left brain, and it changes the meaning, because this brain is like the IBM processor. This brain, the female brain, is like the Apple processor. It's the five senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. And the left brain is the logical linear processor, okay? So when you switch over to your right brain, I'm talking to the women, and you communicate out of your right brain, he takes it, processes through his left brain, and this processor is like the IBM computer, the linear, and it changes the meaning to what you just said. So he's hearing B when you're saying A, and he's going, yeah, I understand, B, 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 and you're like, no, that's not quite what I mean. What I really mean, yeah, I get it. You're saying, and you're just going, geez, why does he understand me? We're literally speaking two different languages. So to answer your question, I teach men how to open up to the right brain, how to speak the internal, mentally stimulating, and emotionally fulfilling language for romance, love, and just clarity in everyday communication, and to melt your heart, to romance you, to turn you on, and really heat up the relationship. This is something that when men finally see what it is and learn how to do it, it becomes really fun to them, because before they don't even know it exists. They're just like, what? And I'm telling you, hands down, 99.999% of men, if they meet me out in public or somewhere, what do you do, Michael? And I try to explain, like, oh, okay, yeah, that God, this one guy said, not weird stuff, but that fake, God, how did he say it? Like fake stuff, basically. There's a word like woozy or something he said, and I was like, no, this is something very understanding. It's like learning a new language. So the biggest mistake men are making in relationships is something they're not aware of. It's really not their fault. But the thing is, until you understand why and how we're processing in two different parts of our brain, our mating systems are wired in two different places. He's seeing the world this way, you're seeing the world this way. Think of it like this. He is going to approach you in the way a man approaches, which is linear, which is this way. And women lean away, right? So he doesn't know that. He doesn't realize he's intimidating you. He doesn't know that he's invading your space, your laser beam, right eye to right eye, that laser beam poking you in the eyeball. And guys say, but aren't you supposed to stare at a woman? Like, no. You're supposed to have a wide open internal awareness. That way you take the pressure off of her, and now you're aware of yourself. And now you're in tune with your environment. Now, a woman will understand everything I just said, and a man's like, oh, there's that airy-fairy language again. Ooh, in tune, because he doesn't know what the fuck it means. I'm going to tell you what it means, guys. Excuse my language, but I got to be intense here. You know what it means? It means stop being oblivious. It means tuning into your right brain, meaning literally shifting over and opening up to your five senses so you can hear that little crack of the leaf 50 feet away or maybe 100 feet away. It's the thing that cavemen were really good at. They could sense danger half a mile away, maybe even a mile. They could see a deer, even though they're walking this way, over to the right out of their peripheral vision. That's half a mile to a mile away through the bush, through the trees. The modern man, he can't do that. Maybe guys who were raised on farms, live on farms, and hunt a lot and spend a lot of time in nature. The modern male, the computer, the dollar, you don't need to tune into your senses, so you're literally oblivious. And this is what women can do. They can manipulate you because of it. Now here's another piece I want to say for you guys. And a lot of guys just don't get it, no matter how many times I explain it. no matter how many times they go through divorce and they lose their second $1 million, $5 million home, they don't want to hear me. I explained this to this group of really rich men, and we went out to dinner. We're going all the way, and there was this girl that was driving us, and they're trying to impress her. Oh, I've got this big home, and I've got all this, hundreds of acres of land, and I'm just like, did they just like, did it go right over their head? Did they not hear me? Here's what I'm saying: if you try to impress a woman with your money, with your car, with your acres, with your land, with your bank account, etc. Here's the thing: she's not marrying you. She's marrying your property, your bank account, and your home and your business. And then what do? You flip out when she divorces you and takes half of it. She never married you in the first place. She married your money because that's all you had to offer. You couldn't offer you. Now here's the worst part about it: she wants to get to know you. But you never communicate that. And most men, well, I don't want to open up. I'm going to stay closed. And I actually had these guys say this, and well, what if you don't want to open up? I'm like, then you're screwed. I'll be right back. Like I said, the whole idea of the course is to teach men how to open up. Now here's the thing: that's where your power is, your social power, your relationship power. Here's the good thing: this is not one of those courses where men got to be submissive and you got to follow rules. This course is not about rules. It's about understanding what in the hell is going on and what do I do about it. Okay? So this course will give men a massive amount of power in relationships, the kind of power that melts her heart, the kind of power that turns her on, the kind of power that makes a wife want to cling to her husband or boyfriend and never let go. The thing is, men don't do this. The modern male, the old man, cavemen, they had a sense of it, but we're still wired the way a man's wired, but men can learn how to open up. They can learn and have I'm not going to go into detail. The point being is, this course gives women what they need in relationships: emotional fulfillment, mental stimulation, meaningful communication, and it gives you a source of wealth, a source of power. There's another word. It's relationship wealth is what I call it. So now you bring something to the table, and now she goes, oh, you got something that I like. Awesome. Now she's willing to deal. Now you've got negotiation power. Now I don't really want to say negotiation like we're going to negotiate now. No, it means now you bring something to the table instead of begging and pleading and buying her another car. When you buy her stuff to make her happy, you're begging. Okay? So let me answer this question, guys. So a lot of guys are, oh, it's all about money. It's all about money. I'm like, really? Then why do these millionaires keep getting divorced? Because they are the ones with the money. Like why do these women keep divorcing these men that are worth literally $500 million or $100 million? Because that's not about the money. It's about Now I'm going to answer a question. So a lot of guys will go, women always seem to want more. Yeah, if you buy her things, that's external. That doesn't give her emotional fulfillment's in here. A car, a diamond ring is a thing. Money is a thing. It's outside her body. It's not inside her body. Okay? It gives her what I call a sugar high. Everybody wants a new Ferrari. Everyone does. In fact, if you want, buy me one. I'll be happy for about 45 days, and then it'll just become another car. With women, it's a little bit faster. You're lucky if you get 30 days of happiness out of it. It's a sugar rush. That's all it is. And it never gives her this. Okay? Things will never make a woman feel close to you. It'll never make her feel fully loved to you. But there's a form of emotional fulfillment that will. I'm trying to think. There's something quick I wanted to say to add to this. It's everything you've wanted in your relationship. It's everything you've wanted in a relationship course. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to cut it off here, and if I can remember what it was I was going to say. Yeah, here's a part of it. It's about you learning how to communicate in the right brain language. So let me say it in another way. It's too scientific. It's about men learning how to communicate in a way that she can connect with and understand. A lot of guys are, I speak perfect English. That's not what we're talking about. Because a lot of guys are like, why do women all say it's all about communication? It's all because it turns her on sexually. Because it gives her heart fulfillment. Without that, she's empty inside, and that makes her feel horrible. It's the word, and I will. In the course, I will break that down in a way that you're like, wow, I didn't know. And men don't know. They're like, what's our problem? Because we're so grounded, we don't even know what emotional emptiness is. Like, what are you talking about? And she goes through this constantly. But you can meet that need by learning how to be more grounded. The modern male is up here in his head, and it pulls her out of her body, and now she's in her, now she's feeling this horrible emptiness. And for women, that's not the natural way. The natural way is to be internal. The male's natural way is to be external. But the caveman was both. He was internal and external. He was left and right. He had to be for survival. The modern male, not so much. He's just kind of out there. Kind of got that lost look, always looking for something. He's never in the present moment. And that's a huge part of this, because when you're grounded, when you're in the present moment, she falls into that. Now she feels more solid, more grounded and complete. So I'm going to leave it at that. It is Black Friday sale. It's going on right now. The code is for, if you want to buy any book on my website, go to Mike Kollin, MikeKollin.com. And the code is Black Friday. I think it's going to last till Sunday, maybe Monday. I forgot the date I actually set it for. So it's one word, Black Friday. 50% off all my books and packages, including those that are already on sale. Okay. Best deal you ever get. I've never done this deal, but Shopify convinced me to do it. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, put some comments down there. Remember, ladies, subscribe. The reason why, because I'm shifting over. I'm shifting over to advertise to women, because women are much more aware that there's something missing in relationships, and men are like, what are you talking about? I pay the bills and I do this. And it's like, guys, there's so much more. It's not that there's so much more to it. Here's the thing. You won't have to spend as much money to make her happy. You're going to save money. You won't have to work overtime all the time to buy her another diamond ring and another car. Guys, it gives you everything you want in a relationship and in life, including greater social power. It's something you have to develop and get better and better at. It's not an overnight thing, but you move in that direction. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this gives you guys an idea, both men and women, what my course is about. See you guys soon in the next seminar. Bye.